Panelists are here tonight. I want to welcome all of our diamonds and above on the panel this evening. Mr. Richie Hood, good to see you, my friend. We've got Michelle Parker here in the house as well. Let's see who else is on here tonight. Saskatchewan is on the line. Colorado is on the line. So with that, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get these lines muted out. And we are going to go ahead and get started this evening. Jacksonville, welcome, welcome. Hendersonville, Tennessee, good to see you. Boca Raton, Florida, welcome, welcome. All right, with that, let's go ahead and get started this evening. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Travis Flaherty. I'm a Grand President here with World Global Network, and I am extremely excited to be able to be here this evening. For those of you that don't know me, I'd love to just give you a little bit of my background. I've been married for 18 years. I have 6 children who inevitably, you're going to hear at least one of them tonight on the presentation. That's how it goes when you work from home. We have been entrepreneurs our entire life. We have owned a number of different traditional businesses. In 2005, we were introduced to the network marketing industry for the first time. And I have to tell you, at first I had a lot of preconceived notions about network marketing. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was a pyramid, if all the people at the top make all the money. I had no idea whether or not it was something that I wanted to be a part of. But we decided to take a closer look. And what I found was not what I perceived. What I found was a great way to start building another income-producing asset. I'm a big believer in multiple streams of income. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. So I thought, you know what? This just makes sense. And so we decided to give it a shot. We got started. The biggest challenge that I had is I had no time back then. We had 3 young children that were in diapers, and we owned a company where I went to work at about 7 o'clock in the morning every day. I came home at 7 o'clock at night. I'd kiss the kids as they were just going to bed. And so for me, I had no idea where I was going to build this business or how I was going to build this business. And that's really why I got started, because I wanted to get my time back. Your time is the most valuable commodity that you have. And so for me, that's really the thing that I was looking for the most. When I got started in this industry, I could see how with a part-time effort over the period of maybe a couple of years, how you could build this into a full-time income, giving you back that time to be able to do the things that you want to do rather than the things that you have to do. And that was something that excited me. What I found is that I could build this business in the nooks and crannies of my life. I found that most people today are dissatisfied with their current circumstances. Most people today are unfulfilled with what they do professionally. They don't feel like they're paid what they're worth. Every Sunday, the same conversation happens. They start, feeling that anxiety kick in around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon because they have to go back to work on Monday morning, right? Heart attacks go up by 35% on Monday morning. Why? Because people, the stress starts to kick in again. And so what I found is if I became more acutely aware of the conversations around me, as I paid more attention to what was going on in other people's lives, what I found is that they were dissatisfied. And so anytime somebody would say something like, I can't afford to do this, or, things aren't going well at work, what I would say is, maybe I can help. You see, Summer and I recently got started in this part-time business, and I can see how with a part-time effort over the course of the next couple of years, this can turn into a full-time income. It may be a good fit for you, and it may not, but I'd love to give you some more information. And just by doing that, we started to attract other like-minded individuals that dream bigger, that think bigger, that want more out of life. And our team started to grow. And you know what? We weren't breaking any records by any means, but we started to create an extra income for our family. And that extra income gave me something that I don't think that you can put a price tag on. It gave me peace of mind, because we had extra money coming in to be able to pay down some debt, to be able to start traveling together as a family. I joke now and I say that my wife it was her shoe money, right? But in all reality, it just gave us a little bit of breathing room. And I know that there are many people that are watching this presentation, whether you're watching on Facebook tonight or whether you're watching over on Zoom, there are many people that are going to go to bed tonight saying a prayer asking for financial solutions. And so I want to invite you to pay close attention to not only the story I'm going to share with you here, but ultimately the opportunity that I'm going to be talking about this evening, because it absolutely can make a difference for you and your family. Over the course of that first year, our business started to grow. And by the end of the first year, we were making an extra couple $1,000s per month. Nothing to write home about, but it made a huge difference for my family. But here's what happened. I realized at that point that we had about 300 or so people on our team. And they were all doing the same thing that I was doing. They were going to work full-time to pay their bills, but in their part-time or spare time, they were working on building their fortune. But when you added up those 300 people, and maybe the 5 hours a week or so that they were putting into the business, that was 1,500 hours a week that was going towards building our financial freedom day. And I realized the power of this industry, the power of leverage. You see, the challenge is that most people, they only have so many hours in the day, right? Even if you worked 24 hours a day, you were making $11 an hour. That's approximately $100,000 per year. But the problem is that you can't work 24 hours per day, right? So it's tough to be able to get ahead. And the only way that you can truly get ahead in life is by getting leverage working in your favor. And that's what I started to see here. And I was just obsessed with the idea that, even though I was putting all my time and effort and energy into my business, that I kept getting this residual income, right? Mailbox money that just continued to show up month after month. And so I thought, man, there's got to be something to this business. So we started to pay a little bit more attention to the business. And over the next year, our income doubled again. Things were pretty good at that point. And then somebody started talking about subprime loans not performing well on Wall Street. Anybody remember that experience? And we lost everything. It was one of the most humbling experiences of my life. We had our home taken from us. We had cars repossessed. At one point, we were literally hiding one of our vehicles in our neighbor's garage because we didn't want anyone to know that that's where our car was. Our electric would get shut off. Our gas would get shut off. We were living in Utah in the middle of the winter, and I remember distinctly at one point, having to get my entire family to sleep in one bed because it was so cold in our home because I couldn't keep the gas on in our house. Things were tough. But I share this with you because I believe that sometimes we go through those challenges in life to push us down a different path to exactly where we're supposed to be and who we're meant to be. Who else agrees with me? If you agree with me, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat box over on Facebook. If you agree with me, I want you to raise your hand over here on Zoom. If you've ever experienced that before, where at the time, it's no fun to go through those challenges, but then ultimately you look back and say, you know what, I learned from that, I grew from that, and because of that, here I am today. Because of that, Summer and I decided to lock arms, and we said, you know what, we've got this little business that we had been focusing part-time on that was bringing just enough money in to be able to put food on the table. So we made the decision at that point that we were going to go all in, burn the bridges of retreat. This was the only thing that we had left. And we did. And over the course of the next year, we went to work. We started sharing the plan with anybody and everybody that was willing to listen. And you know what? Slowly but surely, we started to get our income back. And within 14 months, we had replaced the income that we had with our traditional business. But here's the thing. My quality of life totally changed. You see, in all of the traditional businesses that we've owned health clubs, tanning salons, we've owned lead generation companies. As the business grew, so did my responsibilities. So did my payroll. So did my stress level. So did the amount of time that I had to be able to put into running those businesses. This was the first business that as it grew, I started to have more time in my life to be able to do the things that I wanted to do rather than what I had to do. And so because of that, I was walking my kids to the bus stop in the morning. I was home when they got home from school. We started traveling together as a family. We used the business as a platform to educate our children about leadership, about free enterprise, about capitalism, about entrepreneurship, about things that are not taught in school today. The reality is we're still teaching our children to go to school, good grades, so that you can get a college degree, so that you can go out and get a job, so that you can hunker down, so that you can work for the next 40 years and hopefully retire one day with a little bit of money in the bank. Well, my question for all of you watching tonight, how's that working for us? How's that working for us? Most of Americans today retire with absolutely no money in the bank, and they're living on 1/3 of the money that they couldn't afford to live off of in the first place. It's interesting because now more than ever before in the history of our economy, people are looking for solutions and they have no idea where to turn. The average household income in the United States is approximately $4,200 per month. That's combined household income. Think about that for a moment. $4,200 a month. Pay a house payment out of that. Maybe pay a car payment or two out of that. Pay some debt, debt service every single month. Maybe pay some credit card bills. Put some food on the table. How much is left every single month to be able to save and get ahead? And that's the challenge that we face. I firmly believe that if you don't have some type of a side business, side hustle, something going on today, then you are missing out on a tremendous opportunity to be able to build your fortune and build your future, right? Jim Rohn said it best: go to work full-time to pay your bills, and your part-time or spare time, work on building your fortune. Entrepreneurship is the new retirement plan. It is the new retirement plan. And what I love about this industry and this profession is that it has never been easier to get started in a business with a minimal amount of capital, with the ability to be able to go out and create your own financial freedom day. Your financial freedom day is the day that you no longer have to trade time for dollars. You can do the things that you want to do rather than the things that you have to do. So what I want to share with you tonight is an opportunity that truly has changed my life. We've been in this industry now full-time for 10 years. We weren't looking for anything when we got involved with this company. In fact, Summer and I, we were on a completely different course. We had started a company last year. We had spent well over a year and a half focusing on that company when I was introduced to World Global Network. And I got to tell you that it threw me a total curveball. And I'm going to warn you, just as my personal sponsor and mentor, Mike Sims, I'm going to give you the exact same warning that he gave to me. He says, Travis, are you open? I says, Mike, I'm open. I'm just not necessarily looking. And he says, well, I'm just going to tell you something. You know, I'm involved in a company right now. I've never seen anything like it before. The speed, how it's growing, the kind of money that people are making, the system, how it's built. I've never seen anything like this. And he said, I'm going to warn you right now that if you look at this, if you truly take the time to look at this, it will give you a mild case of insomnia. And I kind of laughed and I said, all right, Mike, send over what you got. And it's true, it did. And it caused Summer and I to have to make some pretty important decisions earlier this year, and we decided to go all in with this company. Why? Because I know exactly where it's going. I know that if you can position yourself in the beginning stages with a company that has all of the signs of becoming one of the next giants in the industry, there's a tremendous amount of money that can be made. I love being a pioneer. Why? Because it's the pioneers that they write about in the history books. Guys, we literally are getting ready to open our doors next month. And you have no idea what is happening and the impact this company has had around the world. So let's get right to it. Let's jump right in.
To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at www.worldgn.com.
So this is our income disclosure. We start with this because we want to set the right expectations coming in the door. There's no guarantees here. There's nobody that's going to guarantee you an hourly wage, but guess what else? There's nobody that's going to tell you when you have to take lunch break, when you have to be at work in the morning, when you have to be at home. There's nobody here that's going to tell you when you get to go on vacation, how many weeks that you get to go on vacation. There's nobody determining what your worth is. You know, if I asked you all a question tonight, if I asked you, to raise your hand if you're worth, if you're worth $10 an hour, most of you wouldn't raise your hand. But if I said $20 an hour, there might be a few people on here that might maybe. What about $50 an hour, right? Some of you might go, well, $50 an hour sounds pretty good, Richie. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. What about $100 an hour? Now you're thinking, okay, $100 an hour. What about $500 an hour? Here's the reality. I believe that your time is priceless. Your time is priceless. You will never get your time back again. So my question to you is, how do you want to spend your time? When you wake up in the morning, do you spend your time doing what it is that you want to do? Or do you spend time doing what it is that you have to do? There are no guarantees here, and I love that because you are paid based on the value that you bring to the marketplace. Whenever I evaluate an opportunity, a success formula that I've always subscribed to is just figure out where people are going and try to get there faster. Bill Gates said it best. He says, the secret of success in business is detecting where the world will go and getting there first. And you know what's exciting? Jeremy, we know where everyone is going. We know exactly where the markets are going because we can tell you what the trends are. Guys, if you look at what's happening in the wearable device industry right now, it's staggering. If you go back just a couple of years ago, we're talking about an industry that was an $8 million a year industry. Last year, $111 million a year industry. Over the course of the next couple of years, this is projected to grow to $34 billion. Guys, billion with a B. Last year alone, 123 million people were wearing or purchased wearable devices on their wrist. Over the next couple of years, over 400 million people will purchase a wearable device. Time Magazine even said that it's the end of the smartphone era and the beginning of the wearable device industry. Right? We know exactly where everyone is going, and here's the most exciting part. We have the #1 product story in this space. So who's World Global Network? We're a 5-year-old company. We're a publicly traded company. The call sign is WRMT. We're going to get into that a little bit later on tonight. The company vision is to be the largest network marketing technology-based company in the world. We're currently in 195 countries with 15 offices worldwide. 2015 and 16, we did over $250 million in combined sales, AAA rating on the DSA, ranked number 77 worldwide amongst thousands of direct sales companies, number 5 attended website in the world in network marketing in 2016. We've been featured on Fox News, CBS, and most recently the Today Show with Carson Daly. We were just voted as having the #1 product in the entire network marketing industry by a third-party Business for Home. And we're partnered with a small little company some of you might have heard of called Toshiba. You know, whenever I look at opportunities, I always look at the person running the company first. I believe that the best predictor of future performance is past performance. I want to introduce you to our CEO, Mr. Fabio Galdi. You know, he's a genius. This is a guy who has been innovating for a long, long time. You know, the tech industry, they watch him. They want to know what he's doing next. In the 90s, he introduced one of the largest internet providers in all of Europe. He then introduced a company called Mecatech, which was a giant company that went public. He then introduced one of the first LCD touchscreen computers to the market. He then developed one of the first successful voice over IP platforms, which ultimately changed the way we communicate online. And now he is disrupting the medical industry, the technology industry, and the network marketing industry at the exact same time with a product called the Helo. Helo stands for Health and Lifestyle Oracle. This product is a complete game changer. I don't want you to compare it to a Fitbit or an Apple Watch just because you wear it on a wrist, because it's a totally different product category, the mobile health category, and we are completely innovating. The analogy that I would give you is go back 10 years ago. Remember that iconic picture of Steve Jobs standing on stage holding that iPhone up. We had no idea how that phone was going to change the way that we communicate, change the way that we do business. And the Helo is doing the exact same thing. This is a product that allows you to be able to monitor your heart rate. It allows you to monitor your blood pressure. It allows you to monitor your mood, your energy. It has a SOS panic button on it so that if you were in trouble, you can push the little button on the side and it will send your parent or guardian a notification letting them know that you're in trouble and also telling them your exact GPS coordinates. We tested this not too long ago with my son driving down the freeway, push that button, and I could see exactly where he was on the freeway. Think about that for a moment. We have realtors, realtor boards of associations that are now promoting this product to all of their realtors. Why? Because realtors go out and they show homes every day to complete strangers. They sit in open houses and they sit there and wait for people to come in. They have no idea who they are. This gives them an added layer of protection. You know, I've got 3 teenagers now that are at that age where they're starting to date, they're starting to drive, and this gives me peace of mind of knowing that if something were to happen, if they were ever in trouble, they can push that button. You know, it tracks all of your calories. It allows you to remotely monitor people that up to 20 people you love and care about. I can look at my device right now and I can tell you what my grandmother's blood pressure, heart rate, and breath rate is in Las Vegas, and I live here in Arizona. And guys, that's only the beginning. You know, we are the world's first wearable device in the mobile health category that just introduced an app store. You know, go back about 8 or 9 years ago when Apple introduced their app store. They had a few hundred apps in their store. Today, there's over 1.2 million. Why? Because they opened up their API. They invited outside developers to come in and said, listen, we're going to allow you to monetize our platform. And as a result of that, all of these apps were born, right? We have done the exact same thing. We've already had over 200 app developers that have submitted their plans. And guys, we have got some incredible things that are coming. You've probably heard that we now have the world's first device that allows you to be able to monitor blood glucose levels transdermally through the skin. OMG, guys, think about this for a moment. There's 1 in 10 people in the world today that are diabetics. There's 30, 40 million people in the United States that are still pricking their finger 3 or 4 times a day to test their blood sugar. Imagine a child that's a diabetic being able to go to school and having a device that she wears on her wrists. She doesn't even know it, but it's taking readings, however you program it, every 30 minutes, every hour, every 2 hours, and delivering that information back to your app, and you can monitor that blood glucose levels. And if for any reason they were to go too high or too low, send you a notification letting you know that there's a problem. It stores all of this information in a life log. And you can go in and look at, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. You can take all of your information, walk into the doctor's office and hand it to them. Alcohol monitoring. Imagine having a couple of cocktails and literally looking at your phone and going, well, what's my blood alcohol level? Should I drive or not? That's going to save people's lives. We've got advanced fitness tracking apps, mosquito repellent apps. Mosquitoes, they're a pain here, right? There's little pesky things that we get kind of, you don't want to go out at sunset sometimes, but think about in third world countries, these mosquitoes carry life-threatening diseases, how this is going to make a difference for them. There's so many apps that are coming, and I'm so excited about the possibilities. And I want you to think about this for a moment. Think about if Apple came to you 9 years ago and said, listen, we're going to give you an opportunity to be able to wear our product, wear it and share it, and everybody that buys an app from this point forward, we're going to give you an opportunity to be able to earn a percentage off of all of those apps. Do you think that you would have said yes to that opportunity? I know I would have. So I'm excited about that. Of course, we also have our germanium stones on the inside of our band. Germanium is a natural antioxidant. It balances your ions. It increases your blood circulation. Fantastic for you. Fantastic for aches and pains. We've had great feedback and testimonials that have been coming in from people that have the germanium stone sets on the inside of their Hilo bands. Of course, we've got the multicolored band pack. Richie, what color are you sporting right now? Richie's got the blue one on. Jeremy's probably, I think I saw Jeremy's a little earlier. We were on a presentation. He had his black one on. Yeah, he's wearing black tonight. So you've got the different colors that you can wear depending on what you like. For me, I wanted to know, how does this truly measure up? How does this product measure up to everything else that's out there? And as I started to do a little market research, guys, there was no competition because we literally have changed the game. We've taken things to an entirely different level. You won't be able to get off this presentation and say, well, I've heard of other companies that are doing that. You haven't, because we're the only game in town. We have the exclusivity and the patents on the blood pressure or on the glucose monitoring. We have the exclusivity on the alcohol monitoring. So there are no companies, all of these apps that are being submitted exclusively for the Hilo. Will there be imitators? Sure. But first to market always wins. And you know what? We're not afraid of competition because competition is what drives innovation. I can tell you that we are already working on devices 3 years out. We have such a head start on this market, and you'll see in a moment how much of the market share that we've already captured. We've been featured again on Fox News. We were just featured on the Today Show with Carson Daly. We have team members that have received their product, put it on, and their blood pressure, it was reading high. And right away, this individual was saying, well, I go get my physical every year in August, and I've never had any problems. There's no way that this is accurate. So then he ran an EKG. Yes, you can actually run an EKG directly from this device. So he runs an EKG, and it comes back abnormal. And he's thinking, okay, there's no way that this is accurate. He actually puts it back into the box, and he was going to send it back to the company because he didn't think it was accurate. His wife tries it on, and it works for her. So now they're thinking, okay, well, wonder what the deal is. So they go down to CVS. He puts his arm into one of those arm cuff bands, and his blood pressure was extremely high. Goes to the doctor a couple of days later. He's in open heart surgery with 2 blocked arteries as a result of just this device. The best way that I can describe this to you is if you're driving down the road and your check engine light comes on, to go get it checked out, right, before it's too late. Well, doesn't it make sense to you guys? Doesn't it make sense that there is a device that's monitoring your most important bioparameters? And if something is wrong, the check engine light comes on. I'm surprised that it's taken this long to have this kind of device before. And of course, we were introduced at the Consumer Electronics Show at the beginning of this year here in North America. And what's exciting about that is, number one, we were the talk of the entire show. This is the largest technology show in the world. But we were introduced by Toshiba. Now, why would Toshiba, right? This is a 100-year-old, $55 billion company. Why would Toshiba introduce us at this event as their only product that they showcase? Why? Because they approached us in June of last year and said, we want to buy your technology. We said, it's not for sale. So at that point, that kicked off a 90-day evaluation process where Toshiba researched the accuracy, the efficacy, the efficiency, and the legitimacy of this product before coming back and proposing a partnership. And in the fall, we formed a historic partnership. And I say historic because the network marketing industry's never seen anything like this before. And why do I share that? One word, credibility. It gives us huge credibility. We are attracting people here that would, and I say this respectfully, that would have never been interested in your traditional lotions and potions and pills companies. They just wouldn't have. We're attracting doctors. We're attracting CEOs of companies from all walks of life. Why? Because it's a technology play. And technology runs and rules the world. And people understand the money and the ability, the speed at which technology grows and expands. And they understand the opportunity that goes along with that. to give you an idea of the impact that we have had. Now, I want to remind you, we're opening our doors next month. We haven't even had our grand opening. We are soft launching. We already own 5% of the entire market share in wearable devices. 5%. Guys, from sharing a 2-minute video. And we're in 195 countries. Then all we're doing is we're sharing a 2-minute video. Some of you might be saying, yeah, but my Fitbit tracks my steps and calories. Cool, so does ours, but ours does so much more. But guess what? It doesn't pay you to wear it and share it, and ours does. And we now own 5% of the market share. And not only that, we've got some incredible products that are coming. Some that I can share with you tonight and some that I can't share with you. But what I will tell you is over the course of the next couple of months, you guys have no idea. Like, you have not seen anything yet. So we have a product called BioZen. It has now been proven that every electrical device, from your smartphone, tablet, your laptop, your desktop computers, your routers, your power supplies in your home, they emit electronic magnetic frequencies, also referred to as electrosmog. It's damaging to your DNA. You don't believe me? Just get into your iPhone and go look at your disclosures in your iPhone, and it will tell you that you should keep your phone at least 6 millimeters away from your face. How many of you walk around with your phone like this? Right? None of you do, right? They keep it right up to your phone. Hopefully you're wearing a headset. But here's the thing. What BioZen does is it's a little sticker. In fact, I'll show it to you. It's a little sticker that you put on the back of your phone, okay, just like this. And it has a little chip inside of it. And that chip, it blocks or it reverses the damaging effects of those EMFs that are coming off of those electrical devices. I have teenagers, 4 of them. 3 of them, 4 of them. 4 of them. I have 6 kids. It's hard to keep track. 4 of them that have either an iPad or 3 phones. And, teenagers spend a lot of time on their phones. I don't know if you guys know this. I read a study the other day that they spend on average 7 hours a day on their phone. And if you added multitasking, it's 9 hours per day. And I don't know that there's anything worse than that except for network marketers. I would say network marketers are probably worse. But here's the deal. I don't want them being exposed to those EMFs all day long. I don't want my 1-year-old baby who is just getting to that age where he kind of understands an iPad and he understands the educational little videos that are there, and my 6-year-old who loves these educational games being exposed to that every single day. Whether you get involved with our company or not, I strongly encourage you to take a look at BioZen and what it can do for you. I believe that every single person that's on this presentation over here on Zoom, and for those of you that are watching on Facebook, you need this on the back of your devices. It's that important. Of course, we have a brand new phone getting ready to come out that has that BioZen technology built in. It's the world's first phone that is EMF free. It has all the bells and whistles. This is a killer phone. I mean, it's bezel-less, the screen's the full screen. The battery life is up to 4 days. Guys, I can't get through 40, maybe 45 minutes anymore, it seems. Is it me, or is it like whenever a new iPhone comes out, does your phone automatically, like, I'm just telling you, it starts working way worse. There's just something to that. But 4 days. So this is just a glimpse of some of the things that are to come. We've got our convention next month in our grand opening event in Vegas, and there are going to be some huge announcements there. I also look for indicators. I want to know, is this company on the move? There's nothing worse than being a part of a company that's stagnant. Like, there's no momentum. The company is just kind of flat, and it's up to you to create that momentum. Momentum is the great exaggerator. It takes the ordinary, turns it into the extraordinary. We're in the business of contagious enthusiasm. So I want to be in a business that is exciting, that people are excited about hearing about this opportunity. I don't want to be the 500th company to come out with a product, change the name, and go out and try to tell that story. And what I've seen here is there's all kinds of signs, right? You want to see that there's signs that the company is on the move. We've got a AAA rating. We were voted as ambassadors of the network marketing. We were voted in the top 100 network marketing companies amongst thousands of companies. I shared some earlier, top 5 most visited website in all of network marketing, #1 product in direct selling, but there's no bigger indicator than what's happening with the stock. As we launched at 26 cents a share in January of 2016, and we're now trading at over $20 per share. I think a couple weeks ago, we were at $23 per share. You don't see that kind of growth unless there's something big that is happening. We're in 195 countries. Warren Buffett said it best. He says, if you can't figure out how to make money when you sleep, then you'll work until the day that you die. Think about that for a moment. 195 countries. We started on February 13th. Our business has now grown into 20 countries around the world. I don't know people in Shenzhen, China. I don't know people in Nigeria. But you know what? I was on the phone with some of Jeremy's leaders a couple of days ago with people in Nigeria. And you know what that means? When I'm going to bed at night, people are waking up on the other side of the world. They're putting their helo on, and they're going out and they're sharing a 2-minute video. And what that also means is that I'm making money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My business never closes. And that's what I love about this business. As we've got some people here that are making some serious money. You know, our top earners, Chinita and Nat, are now over $1.2 million per month. There's a list, a top 200 earners list in network marketing. It's updated, I believe, quarterly now. And we have more people on that list than any other company in the network marketing industry. If you look at the top 100, we have over 10% of the top 100 earners in the world of network marketing currently in this company. You know, we have Ramasio Fulcher. You know, he's part of our organization. He's over $260,000 per month. We have Chad and Atita Chong. They're well over $750,000 per month. My personal sponsor, Mike Sims, over $116,000 per month. Summer and I were blessed recently to hit a rank called Grand President in this company. The minimum that a qualified Grand President earns, minimum, is $30,000 in a weekly cycle. Guys, I'm just telling you, I'm a professional in this industry. I'm never one to say my compensation plan is better than your compensation plan. The bottom line is it's called network marketing. If you go to work, compensation plans work. But I'm just going to tell you this. People are winning here. They're winning here. I've watched people go from company to company to company to company trying to gain some footage, and they're winning here at a level that I've never seen before. I have seen more diamonds. I think we're up to over 700 diamonds in the last 8 months. Guys, I've been in companies where you might see 10 people at that level every year. They get, paraded across the stage. But 700, and I think the number is even well above that now. And we're in soft launch stage. That should give you an idea. Qualified Diamond here earns, a minimum qualified diamond earns anywhere from $2,000 upwards to $5,000 per week. Now, for a full income disclosure, you can go to worldgn.com. Again, there's no guarantees, but it's all about the signs. It's all about the signs. So for me, here's what I see. I see a convergence of forces coming together here, unlike anything that I've seen in the network marketing space. It's the reason why Summer and I chose to come out of retirement and build this company. You have a product that is a complete blue ocean. One of my favorite books is a book called Blue Ocean Strategy. How many of you, if you've ever read that book, drop your favorite emoji over there on Facebook, or drop your favorite emoji over here on the chat box in Zoom. So in this book, they talk about two different marketing environments. On one hand, they talk about a red ocean, right? A fiercely competitive market. Everybody's fighting over the same market share. As a result, it creates a very cutthroat environment. It leads to bloody, murky waters, otherwise known as a red ocean. And then you have a blue ocean. And a blue ocean is where there's no competition because you've changed the game. Like, you are the pioneer. You've completely changed the game. Guys, we are a complete blue ocean. If you're in business, do you want to be in a red ocean? Do you want to be the 1,000th person to go out and try and promote a skincare product, or a weight loss product, or a healthy vitamin? Or do you want to be in a league of your own where no one has anything like you have? So there's nothing like this. And of course, the timing doesn't get any better. We haven't even officially had our grand opening yet. And we're already own 5% of the market share. The timing, you look at the trends of what's happening right now in the wearable tech space over the next 3 years, the kind of growth that's going to happen for us to achieve our goal. Our vision, our goal is to go sell 12 to 15 million devices over the course of the next 2.5 years. That puts us at $3 billion in revenue. For us to accomplish that goal, we need to own 1.5% of the market share. Guys, we already own 5% of the market share. I could go on. The team, the compensation plan. I mean, you have a convergence of forces that's very unique here that creates an amazing opportunity. So let's talk about what's in it for you. So first of all, a couple of different ways that you can get involved in the company. So some people look at this and say, the business isn't for me, but I definitely want one of those helos on my wrist. And some people say, well, I'm okay being a referral partner. I want to wear it. Maybe if somebody casually asks me about it, I'll refer them to the company, and you can get paid to do that. And then you can be like myself or Richie or Jeremy or some of the other leaders that are here on the panel right now that are all in, that understand the power of this opportunity and the ability to be able to go out and create a situation for our families over the next couple of years that allows us to be able to do the things that we want to do in life, right? So you just have to decide how you fit into the equation. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can get started. I want to go over 3 steps to success with you tonight. Step number 1 is just to place your product purchase. That's step number 1. And the only difference between the packages that are available is the amount of product that you order. So we have a personal bundle. You can buy 1 helo. You get a multicolored band pack, and you get a free germanium stone set. So it's you're getting $180 of free product by buying that personal bundle. And then, of course, we have our family bundle, which you get 4 helos, 4 of the multicolored band packs, 4 of the germanium stone sets, and you get 4 of the bios and technology. So you get about $1,000 of free product here. The reason why this is so popular and probably where the large majority start is because most people have a wife, spouse, husband, children, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa that they want wearing this device. And then finally, for those of you that are really looking to get in and say, I want to start a business here and I want to go all in, and we have a premium bundle, and it comes with 6 of everything. You're getting about $1,800 of free product. We also have that BioZen pack that's 30 bios in, you get 8 for free. Now, people ask us all the time, Travis, how are you guys able to hit the rank that you were able to achieve in such a short period of time? The answer to that question is very simple. I treat this like a business. Like, this isn't a hobby for me. We get presented with a lot of different business opportunities that come our way, and I looked at this the same as I would any other business. If I were to go invest into a McDonald's today, it's going to cost me a minimum of $1.5 million to get in the door. I'm going to have to, put my credibility on the line. I'm going to have to sign some major leases. I'm going to have to have operating capital. I'm going to have to go out and take on all of these employees and all of that overhead, so that I can generate, and the average McDonald's franchisee owner can generate anywhere from approximately $30,000 to $60,000. Okay, so I look at that, and I look at this business model, and I say, okay, I can invest $2,000. I don't have to go put $1.5 million up. I don't have to sign my credibility on the line. I don't have to come home smelling like hamburgers every day, and I generate more income than a McDonald's franchisee owner. Which one would you want to be? That's the power of this business model. It's a complete no-brainer for me. In fact, I don't know of any business, and I love looking at different businesses. I don't know of any business that I can go invest $2,000 and put myself into a position that allows me to be able to generate a monthly income that most people would get excited about on a yearly basis. That's the power of this opportunity. So once you place your product order, you are immediately qualified for your referral bonus. So you can now refer somebody to the company. You can wear it casually. If somebody says, hey, Richie, where did you get that cool device? You just refer them to the company. You get a 10% referral fee. Now, from there, what we're going to do is we're going to help you to go find 2 people. And I promise you're not going to have to look very far to find these 2 people. First of all, I want to be very clear about what we don't do. I don't go door to door selling helos. I don't call my friends trying to get them to buy helos from me. I don't post my link on Facebook, 100 times a day trying to get people to buy helos from me. I don't have home parties. I told Mike, my sponsor, when he introduced this to me, that if my shoes have to touch somebody's living room carpet, I'm out. I'm not interested in doing home parties. This is built 100% around sharing a simple 2-minute video. I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you know, give me raise your hand or drop an emoji in if you know someone that's going to go to bed tonight saying a prayer asking for financial solutions. I want to know, how many of you know somebody? Look at the lighting up like a Christmas tree. The reality is people are looking. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to share a simple 2-minute video. And for those that want more information, we're going to plug them into a presentation just like this. And so we're going to help you to go find 2 people. Once you do that, you're now qualified to start earning team commissions. What does that mean? Well, Summer and I have thousands of people. It goes through infinity in 20 different countries. And whenever they order a product, whenever they place their loyalty membership, some of those people are loyalty members. Soon, whenever they download apps, we get paid. Through infinity, you guys, just because we became team builders in this comp plan. And then as you continue to progress, we're going to teach those 2 people how to do the same thing. And now you become what's called a team developer. From this point forward, you're now qualified for all of the components of this compensation plan. So not only are you getting a 10% referral fee, not only are you getting team commissions, up to 20% of team commissions of every single sale of all the sales volume that's happening inside of your organization through Infinity. But in addition to that, you can get up to $1,000 a month for a car bonus. They send me $1,000 a month to go drive whatever car that we want. In addition to that, you get diamond trips. We have a diamond trip coming up to Santo Domingo for Punta Cana in the beginning of the first quarter of next year. That's 7 days just for being a diamond or above in this company. Now, they have luxury jewelry bonuses. They have great Summer and I went to a President Experience not too long ago in Beverly Hills, 5-star, paid for everything when we were there. It was unbelievable. They have a President Millionaire Club. They have a millionaire pool bonus. They have all kinds of fun different bonuses. My favorite is the generational check match. And here's how this works. Summer and I have sponsored 113 people in the business since we've gotten started. Can you believe that? Not one home party, just sharing a 2-minute video. And every week when they get their paycheck, when they get their check for their team commissions, Summer and I get a match, a 10% match of whatever their check was. But it doesn't stop there, you guys. So as you continue to progress through the plan, so Mr. Hood on here is a diamond. You can see he's getting 3 generations. So what does that mean? It means that if I have 113 on my first level, we have about 300 plus on our second level. You can do the math. I mean, if let's say those 300 people each went and got 2 people, that's 600 people on your third level. You get an idea, and you earn 5 to 10% of every single one of their checks. It's kind of like if I were a manager of a large corporation and everybody that I personally manage, let's say there was 100 of them, I get 10%. When they get their paycheck every week, I get a match of whatever their check is. But it doesn't stop there. It keeps going. Mr. Eheis, president, one of the fastest presidents in the entire company. He hit president, and now he's earning 4 generations of check match. As you continue up, my wife and I are grand presidents, 6 generations. That means thousands of people every single week, when they get a check, we get a match of 5 to 10% of whatever their check is. Guys, this is just one of the ways that you get paid. I got to talk about the loyalty membership because this is my favorite part about this entire program. So whether you're a customer, whether you're a business builder, a lot of the people choose to be involved in our loyalty program. And the loyalty program has some significant benefits. You don't have to, by the way. You can buy a Hilo. It works fine. You don't need to be on the loyalty membership. But for those that are into the business, we highly recommend it because there's a lot of perks that come with it. First of all, number one, you get to monitor up to 5 people that you love and care about all on one account. So you don't need to have, you have 5 Hilos. You don't need to have 5 $59 fees. One account, one $59 loyalty membership takes care of that. So you can monitor your family. Number 2, you get a protection plan for your Hilo if something were to happen to it. Number 3, they give you $75 every single month that you'll be able to use in the future. Now, this hasn't been introduced yet, but it's going to be introduced very soon. Hint, hint, one of the reasons why you want to come to the convention. And the way that this works is they give you $75 a month that you can use to be able to purchase future products. So think about this for a moment. Think about Apple. Every year, what happens in October? They introduce a brand new phone, right? They just introduced the brand new phone. What happens? 70% of Apple's consumer base runs down and buy the new phone. Why? Because they want the latest in technology. Guys, we introduced the Classic last year. We've already introduced the LX this year. We've got some things coming that are going to be happening in the near future. And we're already working on devices all the way clear into 2020. And I'm just going to tell you right now, you have not seen anything yet. So our loyalty members can turn around and use those loyalty points in the future to be able to purchase new devices as they're introduced. In addition to that, loyalty members, they get to participate in something very cool. It's called the Money Box. And what that is they take 1% of your team commissions, every single commissionable period, every week, take 1%, and they put an additional 1% into a savings account for you. And at the end of the year, on your annual renewal date, you get all of the funds that are in that money box. My wife and I are close to about $7,000 in that money box. By the end of the year, we're looking at probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $12,000 to $15,000 in that money box. And I'm taking the kids to Disneyland. I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to reward them for participating in this whole thing. That's what that's set aside for. So my family is cheering that money box on. They're like, how much money's in there? How much money in there? It's a cool way to kind of get the family involved in the business. And then, of course, here's the best part, right? Everybody always says, where's the residual? Here's the residual. For every $59 payment, first of all, every $59 payment of my personals, I get a fast start bonus every single month. I've never been involved in a company where you get a continual fast start bonus. You get paid usually one time when somebody signs up. We get paid $6 every month for every person that we brought into the business. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I got 113 people. That's over $700 a month that's coming in just from my personals, but it doesn't stop there. Every single person that's in my organization, that's in my structure, we're getting a $6 commission, because 30 in sales volume, every time somebody places that order, whether they're in Nigeria, whether they're in Russia, whether they're in Peru, whenever they place that $59 payment, it creates sales volume. And that sales volume, we get paid on it, $6. Guys, it adds up. And you know what's cool about this? Jeremy, here's what I love. I've been involved in companies before where I had to order the same product every single month. I still have protein in my cupboard from a company I was a part of 3 years ago. I can't get rid of it. And I don't want to throw it away. It's probably bad now. But I had to just keep ordering it. And then you have to pay shipping costs on top of that. So there's no shipping costs. You don't have to keep ordering the same products. And here's the big thing. So the DSA came out with a study not too long ago that said that the average attrition in a consumable company is 72%. So what does that mean? It means that out of 100 people, 72 people are going to turn their auto shipment off every single year in your organization. So if you're not growing at 200, 300, 400% every year, what happens to your paycheck? Starts to go down, right? So it's kind of like you're putting them in the front door as quickly as they're running out the back door. So you're always fighting that bucket that's got a hole in it. We have a 78% retention rate, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when Richie gets that family pack, and he puts one on his wife, Christy, and he puts them on his children, and he gives them to one of his mom and his dad, who he cares about, and they're still in his life, and it's monitoring their most important bioparameters, do you think Richie's going to turn off a $59 loyalty payment for the kind of value that he's getting from that product? Of course he's not. Of course he's not going to. And not only that, he's got a money box that's got money that's building up every single month. And here's the best part. You don't even have to put your credit card down because they'll take it out of your commissions. So it doesn't even have to be an expense. So this gives you an idea of the value of this loyalty program. It's why so many people are part of the loyalty program. If you're in the business with us, I highly recommend that you make sure that you activate your loyalty membership, because this is huge. So let's talk a little bit about some of the bonuses and some of the incentives. So this is real. This is crazy. So I was at a President's Experience a few months ago in Beverly Hills. I watched the owner of this company give away a Rolls Royce, a couple of Lamborghinis. I've watched him give away Porsches, Mercedes. Why does he do this? Honestly, he is one of the most generous people that I know. He loves to make people's dreams come true. It's not part of our standard comp plan. It's bonuses that he does. It's just crazy bonuses. I mean, guys, a Rolls Royce Ghost, he gave away the keys. And not only that, he just came out with a new insane promotion. Get this. We just came out with a jet program. All you have to do is hit Presidential Millionaire one time, and you now have access, unlimited access to our jet program. Within 24 hours notice, you can have a jet fired up, ready to go anywhere that you want to go in Europe, Russia, the United States. Guys, all you have to do is hit it one time, and it's yours for an entire year. How would it make a difference if you're able to just get the jet ready and say, okay, we're going to go over here and do a meeting over in Chicago today. We're going to go over here and go visit some friends in LA. We're going to go to a fight or go to a show in Vegas. It's yours to use for a year. All you have to do is hit it one time. In closing, I want to say this. You guys, a year from now, 2 years from now, there's going to be one of two things that you say to yourself. You're going to say, look, I remember when Hilo was just coming out. I remember when I was on that presentation and I started hearing the story. And you're either going to say, I chose to take a chance. I chose to take action. I chose to do something different, right? If you want different results in your life, you've got to do something different. And as a result of that, you know what? Now I've got an extra income stream coming in, and I'm able to pay down some debt. You know, I'm taking some trips that I wasn't able to take before. And you know what? I can see how if I just keep doing this over the course of the next couple of years, that I'll have a full-time income that allows me to be able to do the things that I want to do rather than what I have to do. Or you're going to say to yourself, man, I remember when the Hilo was coming in. They gave me a chance to be able to earn a percentage off of the future sales of those devices, and I chose not to do anything about it. And you know what? Your life will probably be pretty similar to where it is today. Think back a year ago. Think about how fast a year goes by. Now, that's up for you to decide whether or not that's good or that's bad, but what I will tell you is this. I don't think that there's anything else out there on the planet that has the power and the ability to be able to transform someone's life like this opportunity, inside the network marketing industry or out. It's the reason why my wife and I gave up everything that we were working on and we're here. And I can tell you that we are so excited about the future and where this is going. And we want to go share it with everybody that we know, because the last thing that I want, Richie, is for my friends to call me a year from now and go, dude, why in the world did you not tell me about this when it was happening? So we're telling you about it right now when it's happening, about 4 weeks before our grand opening. You only have one responsibility, and that is to text the person that invited you or call them and let them know where you stand. Number one, you're either somebody who is interested in the products, and that's great. We can get the helo on your wrist right away. Maybe you have somebody you love and care about. B, you're interested in getting involved in the business and you're ready to go. Or C, you're interested in the business, but you need a little more information. So get back to the person that invited you here. Let them know where you are. Either a 1, customer, 2, you're ready to get started, or 3, you're looking for a little bit more information, and they'll be able to help you go to that next step. So with that, I want to say thank you very much once again. My name is Travis Flaherty. I'm a world changer, and I got to tell you, I love it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in this evening. Appreciate the diamonds and above that are on the panel tonight, and everybody else that watched both on Facebook as well as for those of you that tuned into the Zoom this evening. You guys have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.